Light heavyweight days, he's a superstar around Europe, a former K1 European champion. He's got the greatest K1 fighter, the greatest heavyweight fighter ever in his corner, Ernesto Hoost, here tonight. Sure. Unfortunately, Alan Wong, his trainer, couldn't make it over here to Jamaica, suffering a bad case of influenza. Slowinski versus Quarteron. Hammer, let's take a look now at both of these behemoths.
When the first round starts until the end, it is a war. Paul Slowinski. I came here to declare war. In my mind, I always knock out my opponent. The referees cannot say he wins or not win. Like this, I am sure I win. This is no joke. I knock you out or you knock me out. No discussion. They invited me to Jamaica. I came for the war.
Patrice Quarteron, the animal. I've commentated quite a few of his fights in the A1 championships around the world, and last time in Melbourne, March last year, when he absolutely knocked this stuffing out of big Chris Christopoulides. If you know him, a lovely guy. If you don't, well, you're going to think he's downright loopy. And here he comes, 6'6", 198 centimetres of hulking humanity. That is Patrice Quarteron. He was actually sunbaking on the beach yesterday, Hammer. He's so big, people were trying to push him back into the water.
He's feeling like a Jamaican too.
He's feeling the love with Jamaica. He's got the flag.
He's at home, he's at home, yeah.
And he's got one of the greats with him as well. Kadir Marouf, his corner. They're out of Lyon, France these days, although Patrice hails originally from Auvry in southern Paris.
As he bounds to the ring. Oh, not so much bounding.
A slow, meditative walk for Patrice Quarteron. Comes in tonight on a crushing 15-fight win streak dating back to 2006, in which no one has gone past 4 rounds with him. He has finished 10 of those 15 opponents in the very first round. Speaking to Kadir yesterday, he said, we are also going to finish Paul Slowinski inside of 3 minutes here tonight. He said, Michael, mark my words. Speaking of Paul Slowinski, let's take a look at the big stud from Adelaide, South Australia, the former K1 European champion, the Sting, Paul Slowinski.
I've won world title, 79 kilos super heavyweight. You create this passion, you create the love for the fight game. This is my sport. The way I see the fight, this is going to come out really hard the first round. I will fight with him for the first round, then the second round I don't think he will have anything left. That's the plan. Once I get through this, I will get better. I'm looking forward to the fight.
So it's the early hours of the morning.
Okay, we are ready for the emergence of the big stud. There he is, Paul Slowinski, with the legendary all-time greatest, the 4-time K1 World Grand Prix champion Ernesto Hoost. Slowinski doesn't walk to centering, he stomps to centering. The big stud, he's a favourite with the ladies wherever he goes. As I always say, Hammer, there's no such thing as lesbians in the world. Only ladies that haven't met Paul Slowinski yet.
I love you, man. I love you.
Over the race goes the big stud, the pride of Krakow. And we are ready for action.
Look at Patrice. If you ever wondered what the boogeyman looks like, that's him right there. He is the boogeyman.
If you watch a TV show Oz, he is Adebisi of Oz. All the Oz fans will know what I'm talking about.
All your little kids looking in your wardrobe, that's what you're going to find.
Here's the tale of the tape. 2 years the older Patrice.
You boys are so lucky.
He's taller.
You are so lucky that Patrice doesn't speak English.
Well, 7.5 kilos heavier Patrice. The huge experience advantage going the way of Paul Slowinski. And this one is going to be a cracker, folks. Don't blink. It's not going to be a 5-round war. This one's going to end up in a knockout one way or another. Let's go across to Richie, get us underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Are you ready for the big one? If you're ready for the big one, make some noise. Rizark Productions presents 5 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. This fight is sanctioned by the World Muay Thai Council. The judges at ringside from Thailand, Tanong Pompanit. From Thailand, Pongsan Ekutin. And from Thailand, Radom Nabangchang. And the third man in the ring, your referee from the USA, Paulo Tocha. Fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 118 kilograms. His professional record, 33 wins, 4 losses, no draws, 31 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Evry, France, please welcome Patrice the Dark Ronin Quarteron. And introducing in the red corner, he weighed in at 110.5 kilograms. His professional record, 88 wins, 19 losses, 2 draws, 48 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Adelaide, Australia, please welcome Paul the Sting Slowinski.
Paul Slowinski and Patrice Quarteron. They've got so much Vaseline on him. Looks like he's got a white beard. He's an absolute nutter. Just have a look at him. Just the way he was looking at Slowinski.
He's
and
a
after
nice
they called
guy.
his name, he was ooh.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
And somewhere in the world, he's depriving a circus of a clown. I'm sure of it. Patrice
He's a
Quarteron.
nice guy. He's a tough competitor, and he psychs himself right into the game, and that's what it's all about. It's all about the show, and Patrice certainly brings that whenever he steps over the ropes.
Patrice Quarteron, the rumour going around that he's actually signed a contract with K1. I can say that he's unofficial at the moment. There have been rumours he's going to be fighting Glaube Feitosa, but it is not yet official in any way. He's only fought 3 times under K1 rules. A win over Ashwin Balrak on a regional K1 event in Romania in 07, a win over Sandor Kish, and a loss to the Hungarian great Attila Karac on a K1 Hungary show back in 2005. He is coming off a first-round KO win in April over Romania's Vasil Popovici in Paris. And before that, he actually fought here in Jamaica last year at Champions of Champions 1 when he knocked out America's Rick Cheek in just 1 round to win the super heavyweight world title in a very small, little-known sanctioning body.
That's actually Patrice knocking out Rick Cheek. Paul Slowinski's next opponent, Ben Edwards. And when he fights in Melbourne, Slowinski will be fighting Ben Edwards. Ben Edwards also knocked out Rick Cheek.
Exactly, in
so
Canberra.
Common opponents from both these guys that Slowinski is matched up against. So this will be a good measure for Slowinski here tonight to see how he's going to go.
We talked about phenoms earlier on tonight, the guys like Yodson Klai and Nathan Corbett with just crazy records. Well, when he first started, he made his pro debut in 1999. Slowinski was a phenom. He went 16-0, including a win over Nathan Corbett, one of only 2 men to defeat Corbett, the other being the Alex Roberts fight in Japan, where Nathan was KO'd. He won the WMC light heavyweight title, won the WMC cruiserweight title, and actually had his first loss when he made his K1 heavyweight debut against Mitch Mandingo O'Hallow in Melbourne. Has gone 6-4 in his last 10 fights, has Slowinski, including wins over Bjorn Brežik, Mighty Mo, and Faisal Zakaria in defence of his WMC world title. Third man in centre ring, once again, the controversial Paulo Tocha, who you know as Paco off the movie Bloodsport. Also former trainer of Coban and Malopet.
Well, no doubt Patrice is going to start at a fast and furious pace. Slowinski cannot be in front of him. You know, Paul, obviously I've trained with Paul down in WMC camp in Samui, and he's got a fantastic training ethic, but he's going to have to employ all these skills against this maniac Patrice tonight.
Here we go, heavyweight action, and Patrice Quarteron opens up like a house of fire.
Paul really has to work his way in there. He can't challenge him straight away. He needs to use his kicks.
Working laterally, definitely. He cannot be in the shot zone. He can't be in front of Patrice. He needs to be working his lateral movement a lot more.
He has to really slow it down. That's the way.
Got to kick the leg, Slowinski. That's his prime weapon. Patrice
And
gets
that's
caught
it.
with the right hand. Crossing elbow from Slowinski. Fires the knee. Another elbow to the ear of the giant Patrice.
Slowinski is a Muay Thai fighter. He's got to pick his pace. He has to get in there in the elbow range.
Patrice actually looks to be a little weary of Paul's hands now after he got caught with a shot there.
He got caught straight in the beginning.
He did get caught. It sort of phased him a bit.
While Paulo Tocha putting a count here, standing count on Patrice
That's going to
Quarteron.
look very healthy for the Sting.
Slowinski is going to go to town on him now. And Patrice,
He has to be careful because He is a big puncher, but Slowinski got better hands. He moved his hands very well. He's got a boxing trainer in Adelaide.
I am surprised that Patrice is looking so sloppy in his boxing here tonight. I've seen him box a whole lot better, Hammer, than he is.
Certainly not looking that great. Of course, Patrice...
Oh, there's a cut. There's blood running down the back of the head of Slowinski.
Yes, he got him from the back.
The downward elbow. It's on the skull, so it's not a fleshy cut. It'll be easy to stem the bleeding on that one.
Oh, Hammer, this is ugly but entertaining. Just like the last girl.
Oh, he got him again.
Oh, left hook from Slowinski. Patrice is on rubber legs. He's going to go down.
He's hit the big jaw.
He's going to go down.
He's hit the big jaw.
Look at Slowinski just hammering away on him. Sorry, Hammer, no trademark on that one. And Quarteron tries to lock him up. Down goes the behemoth.
Down he goes.
Second count. One more, Stefan. It should be all over, right?
Yes, 3 in a round.
One more count, and it's all over for Patrice. Slowinski has absolutely rung the bell. Slowinski, like a house of fire.
Fighting smart. He's fighting very smart. He picks his shots.
Well, Australia versus France, and the Aussies looking the goods at the moment. Paul the Sting Slowinski back now based in Adelaide.
You can see it in Patrice's eyes. He's wary of these punches now. He's wobbly. One more, one good one. Slowinski got him with 2 good elbows too.
And Patrice Quarteron survived the round. Slowinski clubs him with the right hand. Patrice in a whole lot of bother. High left round kick almost took out the ring lights.
Well, Patrice, actually his background is Savat before he got into the Muay Thai or the kickboxing with Kadir Maruf.
His background was clubbing cave people. Outside thigh kick from Patrice. Slowinski on the front foot again. The Tower of Power, Patrice Quarteron, has been made to look very average here. 10 seconds remaining.
You know when I'm bored later, what I'm going to do? I'm going to just go and tell Patrice what you've been saying about him. That's my...
Oh, right hand to the chin is rocked. Oh, doing the chicken dance at the end of the round. You can't be saved by the bell, but Paolo Tolcha doesn't put a count on Patrice.
So
Hammer,
close.
ownership, domination, whatever you want to call it. All one-way traffic to the big stud, Paul Slowinski.
He knows there's still a few ladies left in the crowd, and he's out to impress. The Sting.
He wants to go out there.
He's out to impress.
Hey, but you have to give it to Paul. He's fighting very smart.
Yeah,
he's using his jab. He's coming in with the right hand. He followed through, and he got Patrice there a couple of good ones.
The only thing smarter Slowinski could do in the next round is actually just give his shots to Ernesto and let him fight the next round. That'd be the next smarter move, but... he'll be in there warring all the way to the end.
Hammer with 1 minute 15 left in the round. Here's the knockdown on Patrice Quarteron. Boom, shakalaka.
It didn't even look like, a really huge shot. It sort of was a glancing shot, but it certainly got the Sting a lot of respect from Patrice because he sort of panicked a bit after getting rattled by that straight left from the Sting. I don't think he's been hit that hard by any of his opponents. And the punishing Polak, Paul Slowinski, just going after him.
I tell you what, Patrice Quarteron, you want to sign up with K1, you're going up against the former K1 European champion, and more than that, you're going up against the former light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and world's heavyweight WMC champion, Paul Slowinski. Under these rules, you don't mess with the Polak.
I mean, you keep forgetting Slowinski is coming from Muay Thai background. He's done Muay Thai all his life. Yeah. Before he became a champion here, he was already 2 times amateur world champion. So he moved up through the ranks. Slowinski, people forget, in Muay Thai, he is definitely a gun.
So Paul Slowinski with Ernesto Hoost in the corner here tonight. Alan Wong unable to make the trip over to Jamaica, suffering a bout of influenza. And Ernesto has certainly got to be happy so far with his charge, Paul Slowinski. Second round of action has Patrice Quarteron recomposed himself here in centering as Kadir Maruf giving him all sorts of instruction between the rounds. Paolo Tolcha, sport gets us underway.
Oh, there's another one.
Takes a right hand.
Beautiful.
Paolo may very well wave this one off.
No, that's 3.
That's 3.
He's got 2 more knockdowns.
Why does he count him for that? That's wrong.
He bounced back up to his feet. Paolo put the count on.
You should not count him for that.
Big right hand again. Smack bang to the kiss.
Oh.
The hands just aren't here, though, at Patrice Quarteron. I've seen better hands on a clock than what Patrice is showing here tonight. Tries to pull the head down of Slowinski into the farewell knee.
You are so going to get slapped by him tomorrow.
I'm going to tell him.
Stefan and I are going to sit back and commentate it.
I'm going to learn French tonight.
Slowinski. And he finds 2 more knockdowns in this fight. 2 more knockdowns in this round will do it. Oh! Again, a stunning shot off the right hand. Outside thigh kick.
Now Slowinski is
just dominating.
Slowinski going to start to chop his legs now. You will see he's going to go for the front leg because Slowinski kicks hard. People forget it.
Oh, it's good night, Irene!
Big left hook.
Good night, Irene! It is all over.
Sensational.
Open the fridge, he is out cold. Quarteron decked by Slowinski in epic style.
Nah, that was fantastic. And you can see Slowinski's hand really got better. He's moving in to become smarter, and I'm really impressed about his...
Pick the shots, and that's a great return to form by Paul the Sting Slowinski.
That was
fantastic. Congratulations, Sting. Awesome work. Awesome night at the office. Jamaica. Well, it's your home for wins, and maybe it's the air, maybe it's something in the air that relaxed Slowinski a bit.
I think it was the fact that I stayed in a different hotel and I'm getting this back.
But great work from the Sting. Patrice, he is a scary-looking dude, and certainly anything he throws is going to be thrown with bad intentions and a lot of power. But tonight certainly wasn't to be his night.
unbelievable. Paul Slowinski over Patrice Quarteron. Ernesto Hoost is absolutely thrilled in the corner. I got a text message on my phone from Alan Wong saying, message me straight away. He's stuck in bed with the flu. I just messaged him and said, Paul by KO in the second. Alan Wong will be absolutely wrapped. Unbelievable scenes here in Jamaica. A huge knockout from the Sting, Paul Slowinski over Patrice Quarteron.
He's celebrating.
Paul Slowinski receiving the adulation. Patrice Quarteron in the corner, now just regaining his senses, really. What a knockout. I'm still recovering from that one myself, Hammer. What a way to end the show here in Jamaica.
Great stuff. Excellent.
Fantastic. The WMC super heavyweight belt.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think the fighters deserve a big round of applause? The big boys did not come out to play. They came to fight. And ladies and gentlemen, referee Paulo calls an end to the bout with 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the second round. Winning by technical knockout, your winner in the red corner, Paul Slowinski.
Well, Paul Slowinski takes it, second round KO of the highest order, and Paul Lazenby is in centre ring with the big stud, Paul Slowinski. Over to you, Paul.
The WMC World Title Belt presented by Bill Hammond of Hammond Entertainment.
Cracking stuff again. Is
have a look at that
highlight reel KO.
He absolutely was just zeroed in on finishing this fight early. This Sting, something to prove, making a statement out there to all the other super heavyweights that the Sting is far from gone, far from over, and still out to do damage. There it goes, nice left hook, beautifully timed from the Sting. The Sting of old is back, Michael.
Paul Lazenby now in centering with Slowinski.
So I think we've discovered a new word for tough, and that word is Slowinski. Paul, unbelievably brutal fight. You coming out on top. You found yourself in desperate straits in the early going, and then you just turned it into a brawl. Was that your game plan going in, or was that a case of just throwing your game plan out and turning it into a fight?
No, I knew he's gonna come out hard with everything he's got, and I just had to take it up to him. I didn't want to be on the back foot and let him bully me. I had to, my plan was to go for him and fight with him, and it worked for me. So yeah.
Okay, so we got to wonder what's in store for you in the future. You got WMC gold around your waist. You got Mr. Perfect in your corner. What's your message to all the heavyweights coming up the ladder that want a piece of this and want a piece of you?
Yeah, I'm fighting. I'm training. I'm back. I had a bit of bad luck last year towards the end, but I came back strong, and I'm back again. So if anyone who wants to challenge me, you're welcome.
I'm sorry. I just want to say that he's back. Everybody saw it tonight. Paul is back, and he's going to show it to the world.
And for you folks that aren't acquainted with this very famous gentleman here, that is 4-time K1 World Tournament Champion Ernesto Hoost. You get an endorsement from a gentleman like this, you know you're the real deal. Champ, congratulations. I look forward to watching your fights in the future.
Thank you, Jamaica.
Paul Slowinski, your world heavyweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. Michael, back to you.
Thank you, Paul. And how about that? The all-time greatest.